What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I just got word that we had a delivery. I wasn't going to make this video yet because I wanted to do it all in one shot and you know, make it a good one, but I just can't wait. Too exciting, too exciting. So the tune is just a couple of days away. It's Wednesday afternoon and the tune is on Monday. A lot going on. We have some house projects to get done and some family coming to town, so not a lot of car content probably coming up in the next couple of days. But as I said in my last video, I finally bit the bullet, found a deal on some wheels, and went for it. So the delivery that was made to the house today is for one wheel. Don't ask, long story, but we got one wheel in, and that is sufficient, folks, to do an unboxing. We're gonna take a look at it. Of course, when I'm in a rush to make it home, traffic is crazy. I don't know if you're familiar with Greenville, South Carolina or not, but it's like the fourth fastest growing city in the country. I think they say the first fastest growing city east of Texas. It wouldn't surprise me. Traffic's ridiculous, but we're gonna make it as soon as we can. Now let me set the stage. I've been searching for wheels for the last couple of months, you know, looking for the deal, looking for the style that I wanted, and it's been frustrating. I think I mentioned in the last video that I had an opportunity for a partial sponsorship. I had a company, a wheel shop, willing to, you know, give me some extra deep discounts and some other benefits to go with some wheels. And you know, I was looking at some Rohanas, which I really like, but it seems like everyone is going for kind of the same 2 or 3 styles of wheels lately, and I wanted to do something a little bit different. This sun is ridiculous, but anyway, like I said, I wanted to go with something a little bit different. This may or may not have anything to do with it, but I'm coming from the V8 kind of muscle car world, and I kind of like that beefier drag race looking kind of car, you know, a little meatier look. So went with 19s. They're 19 by 9.5, 6 spoke style, which I like, and they are only 23-ish, 24 pounds, which isn't too bad. I think the stock 17s are right at 23 or 24 pounds. So you know, to move up from a 17-inch wheel to a 19.5 by 9.5 inch wheel, and not gain any weight, that was good for me. And the price I just couldn't beat it. I'd been looking at some others in the same or similar style, and the price point was fine. I was willing to spend the money, but they were significantly heavier, 28 pounds. I think one I even looked at was over 30, and that's just crazy. I'm not going to add an extra 7 to 8 pounds to each corner of the car when we're trying to, you know, set up kind of a Canyon Carver Weekend Warrior type car. So that being said, I just looked up 6-spoke wheel, 19-inch, whatever, and the price popped out. It was the exact measurement, 35 offset, so not super aggressive, but kind of right in that area that I'm looking at, and everything just fell into place. Needless to say, the company only had 3 of these wheels left, so that allowed me to get even further of a discount. Luckily, you know, before I made the purchase, I found a single wheel available online as well, so I was able to get 4 total, 2 different locations or 2 different sellers, which is why I only have 1 delivered today. The other 3 are coming on Friday. But enough talking. Let's just get to the house and take a look at this wheel. I just hope these GD package thieves didn't stop by our neighborhood and take this wheel. I got a little nervous because I didn't see it, but it's here. Let's go get it. Now, if this wheel is not what I was expecting, it's going to be a little disappointing. Now, if I haven't said, this was a brand that I really wasn't familiar with. I'm not even sure I had heard of it before, honestly, so it was a little nerve-wracking. But let's open this thing up. packaged well. Well, I really got to think about tires now. That's the other thing. I've been looking at some tires and different sizes. Thinking about in the rear 275, 35, 19s. Up front, I think 255, 40, 19s. That's the thinking right now. But I also want to talk a little bit about exhaust at the end of this video. You know, we got the tune coming up, and I want to talk about, you know, the setup and how I'm expecting it to perform and some other exhaust theory. But let's continue on with opening this wheel. I should say too that they're black. I did decide to go with a black wheel. It's just, you know, a look I've always liked, and you know, that blacked out look, the murdered out look, I don't think it's too played out. Besides, I wanted kind of that tough, sleek, mean look. So that's kind of what I'm going for. Let's just get on with opening this wheel, okay? It's first time I've seen it. I'm messing with you a little bit, but I haven't looked at it even myself yet. So let's just finally open this thing up. All right, here we go, the real deal. Well, it is as pretty as I was hoping. And the brand, if you haven't been able to tell yet, is drag wheels. A little blemish there. But you know what, like I said, it's like the last few on the market. Not too overly concerned with that. We might be able to polish it out anyway. They look good. They were packaged well, and it is a good looking wheel. I wanted gloss black, to be totally honest, but the matte is all they had in this version. They do have a gloss black version, but it has that machined polished lip, and I wasn't going for that look, honestly. So let me pull this thing off the bench and see what it looks like. I know this is not everyone's style, but again, it's kind of a look that I'm going for, and I feel like everyone seems to be doing the same 2 or 3 or maybe 4 different styles of wheels on the Q50s and 60s lately, and just thought I would do something a little bit different. I've only seen 1 or 2. I've seen a couple G cars with similar wheels, and only have seen 1 or 2 Q50s with the setup. Here's a picture of one. It's not the exact wheel, but it's a similar look, and I really like it. These are not the exact wheels, but it's the style. It looks good on the Q. I may actually like these better than the ones I got, but the ones pictured were the ones that were 30 pounds, and that's too much. Again, 35 offset, not super aggressive. It's got a little bit of a lip, which I didn't necessarily need, but I do like that kind of, it's not your typical concave look, but it's definitely recessed. We'll see. It's going to look really good with tires. That's it. Again, it's not one of the, you know, big name brands, the expensive brands, but that really doesn't matter all that much to me. The reviews on this brand of wheels anyway were actually pretty good, and you can't beat the weight. I don't know if I mentioned it, but it was like 23 or 24 pounds for this 19-inch wheel. And you know, some of the forged, this is a cast also, but some of the forged wheels I was looking at were 21, 22, 23 pounds. So not a whole lot in terms of weight difference. And that was really one of my concerns, especially going with kind of a budget wheel, and that ultimately is the goal. That's kind of been the goal of this whole project in the first place, is proving a point that you can get a quality build that performs really, and I use the term build loosely, it's just kind of a project. But the whole point really is that you can get a good quality end product that performs really well in terms of your entire vehicle and the performance that you're going for, and not have to spend a ton of money. And that includes wheels also. It's a ton of rotating mass. It's, you know, a big part of your car. If you put big heavy wheels on your car, it's obviously going to hinder performance quite a bit. So whether it's cast or forged or two-piece or three-piece wheel, you know, if it's heavy, it's going to hold you back. So I was pleased to find a good deal on a, you know, seemingly quality wheel. We'll see how tires balance and things like that on these wheels, and we'll see how the car feels and handles with them. But you know, I think it's a good look. It's a clean looking wheel. Again, wasn't super expensive at all. It was a great deal. They have a couple other styles available, so if you're interested in looking at drag wheels, if you haven't already, and I'm sure there's people that are gonna, you know, have their negative opinions or comments, but you know, I've been doing this stuff for a long time. I've had the high dollar stuff, I've had the big name stuff, but I've also done the do-it-yourself and, you know, piece it together with what you can find projects also. And you know, my enjoyment level is the same. I've found whether I spent a bunch of money when I didn't have any money, and you know, got something that drew a lot of attention, but I've also done the projects that I didn't spend a whole lot on, just made them kind of unique and interesting, still had a ton of fun, and they still got a lot of attention, believe it or not. So you know, whatever you're going for, whatever your end goals are, it's all up to you and how you feel about it, and the enjoyment that you get out of it. So don't hate. That's what I'm saying. Don't hate, man. I wish I could set this wheel up by the car, but I don't want to put it out in the road right now, and the driveway's a little too slanty. And I don't have enough room here in the garage, unfortunately. I need some TPMS sensors also. I'm keeping the stock wheels and tires for winter use, off-season use. So we're going to need to set these up proper. So we're not done yet, not quite ready to mount and balance. I got my eye on some tires, and I think I mentioned a long time ago I had a lead on some free tires. So we might still go that route. If nothing else, to test them out. And we can talk about that at a later date. But just wanted to show you the wheels and give you an idea of what we're going for in terms of look right now. I don't know, man. They're pretty sweet. I'm excited. The rest of them should be in tomorrow or Friday. So maybe when we get the complete set in, we'll set them up to the car and just kind of get an idea of what they look like. But now I know that they're here. I'm not going to be able to wait to get tires, no matter what the wife says. But I knew I had to jump on these. Not only were they a good deal, I was looking at them. I showed my wife. She said, "Oh yeah, those are really nice." And then later that evening, she goes, "So did you order your wheels?" And I was like, "No, I didn't." But as soon as she said that, I was like, I'm in. I'm good to go now. I knew I had her approval when she was expecting me to buy them, and didn't know why I hadn't yet. So good news. It's nice to have a supportive wife. Make sure you get yourself one, or husband, whatever the case may be. A supportive significant other is a big bonus when it comes to having a hobby such as automobiles and automobile modifications. Trust me. All right, guys, enough rambling on. We got a wheel. We're getting tuned on Monday. Stay tuned. Thank you very much for watching. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Give me a thumbs up. Let me know what you think about the wheels, good, bad, the ugly. I like them, but you know, always appreciate feedback. Thanks again for watching. See you next time.